How come there's all this water in those ponds? What good does that do if you have 10,000-gallon chemical spill out there and the ponds are full? Oh yeah, they're supposed to keep so much freeboard on that. I'm like, well, everyone I've flown over, and I fly over them pretty regularly, they're always pretty full. The other thing is, and you can't see it very well in the back, but maybe if I can point it out here with this laser, this little pond right here has a little overflow, and all of these ponds, like this one, have an overflow. That overflow is in case the pond gets full with the chemicals that come off of the pad. Well, guess what? They all go to a stream. That's where the overflow goes. Not a great pad design, but that is approved by ODNR. Okay, next slide. After the pad, the rigs start to show up, and you get, I don't know, 40 or 50 pieces of equipment that will come along with that. Next slide. And during that time period, you will see all these little flagmen out there. And they're standing there, and they take charge of the roads. Most of those major routes are run by our sheriff before they do it, so it's not unannounced. But again, as a local, you have to put up with the flagmen out there, just like ODOT or anybody else when they're working on the road. So next slide. And since we're almost to the holiday season, I started adding a little bit of this. 'Twas the night before drilling, okay? So this is a pad. They're just getting ready out there. There's actually kind of the first little group here. They put down kind of a diaper pad here to catch on stuff, and then they start to drill with almost like a traditional rig, the first kind of big hole in there where they're going to put the outer casing. But this is that first one. This is just another pad that's out there. Again, you can see the kind of little overflow here. And again, little tiny overflow here that goes down to this stream, which whenever you see trees, that's usually a stream down there. So the good news is at least they are putting berms around the pads. They didn't do that at first in Pennsylvania. So when the spill happened, it just rolled right off. At least now they have a little bit of control there. And again, these, they call them duck ponds here, are kind of like a kiddie pool that they kind of drive over. So it's the first line of defense out there, which, again, a lot of improvements. I'm sorry to say, but for any of the golfers out there, we went to school on Pennsylvania, learned about what didn't go right and tried to make some improvements. Are they enough? I don't know. Next slide.